The Breakfast Club, bitches.
All right, Charlamagne, please tell me, why was I your donkey of the day?
How we starting off Monday? Donkey of the day for Monday, May 2nd goes to East Bernard High School in East Bernard, Texas, and the whole East Bernard Independent School District. Now, I understand rules are rules, okay, and every single corporation and school has different policies, and if you want to work in these corporations, if you want to attend these schools, you have to follow their rules and adhere to their policies. I get it. But that doesn't mean we can't also challenge those rules and policies. And that's what we are doing this morning to East Bernard High School, because they have a dress code policy. And that dress code policy states that braided hair or cornrows will not be allowed, okay? There's a term for that rule, and that term is natural hair discrimination. Okay, race-based hair discrimination. Everybody knows hair discrimination is rooted in systemic racism. Okay, policies that prohibit natural hairstyles like afros, braids, dreadlocks, they've been used to justify removing black grown folks from their employment and removing black kids from classrooms, okay? I mean, it is literally the criminalization of black hair, and it makes black people feel like they have to conform to perms, okay, straightening their hair and doing whatever they have to do to not face consequences for rocking their natural hair. So basically, it's like a caste system for your hair, all right? You know, instead of leaning into your natural, God-given black natural look, you know that can lead to firings and removals from schools. So you end up conforming and lean into Eurocentric beauty standards, okay? All right? And that's what East Bernard, Texas is currently doing, are making a young 17-year-old Diary Williams have to decide about, okay? Drop on the clues bombs for Diary Williams, all right? He's just a young black man taking life one ghetto day at a time. He's doing his best out here to figure this life thing out, and he moved from Cincinnati, Ohio to East Bernard, Texas, and now because of the school's discriminatory hair policy, because it is discriminatory, it's preventing him from doing things he loves to do, like running track. And if he's not running track, he won't be noticed by scouts for college scholarships. They won't even let him go to classes until he gets rid of his hair. Let's go to NBC2 for the report, please.
Diary Williams says his hair gives him pride.
Without my hair, I wouldn't be the person that I am today.
The 17-year-old wants to be a veterinarian, runs track too, and hopes for a scholarship, but he fears that won't happen.
It's like 10 times harder for colleges to notice me because I'm not in school.
He's homeschooled, has been since his family moved to East Bernard from Ohio in February. Mom Desiree Bullock says she tried to enroll him in East Bernard High School before the move, but when she was given the dress code, she learned
the boys cannot have hair past their ears. And I explained to her that my son had locks in his hair. And she was like, oh, well, he's going to have to cut those.
She says a school guidance counselor told her so. East Bernard ISD student handbook outlines its dress code and hair policy, which also forbids, quote, braided hair or twisted rose strands. Bullock says she eventually reached the superintendent in hopes of getting a religious exemption.
She got back with me and she said, your religious exempt form will not be granted. It could not be granted at this time.
Here is a copy of the exemption form Bullock says she filled out. In a statement to KPRC2, East Bernard Superintendent of Schools said in part, quote, East Bernard ISD has not denied enrollment to the individual involved in this situation, as no enrollment or registration documents have been filed. But Bullock says she didn't enroll him because of the policy.
It's not right.
My veterinarian can't wear dreadlocks? Dreadlocks? What does Whoopi Goldberg think about this, huh? What about Ava DuVernay? This is why the Crown Act needed to be passed in all 50 states, okay? If you don't know what the Crown Act is, it stands for Creating a Respectful and Open World for Natural Hair. And it's a bill that will ban race-based hair discrimination in employment, okay, and for those participating in federally assisted programs, housing programs, and public accommodations. I'm assuming it would impact schools, too. It passed the House last month, but of course has to be approved by the Senate, okay, before it's sent to the president's desk. But it's 2022, and we talking about hair, huh? No, we're not talking about hair. We're talking about systemic racism. And this is just another example of how this system keeps their foot on black people's necks. Let's not get it effed up. Okay, I don't care how many Kardashians you see with cornrows. When you hear a company say you can't have braids, cornrows, locks, those rules are for black people. Okay, and I know what you're thinking. Well, why doesn't he just cut his hair? My rebuttal to that would be, why does he have to? Okay, what does hair have to do with your level of brilliance? What does hair have to do with your level of athletic ability? What does hair have to do with your behavior? Okay, East Bernard High School, why do you care about an individual's hair at all? Okay, now the only way this is a fair policy is if it's hair and beauty standards for white people in that school handbook. Okay, if it's not, then this is nonsense. All right, would this school have told Albert Einstein his hair was violating some type of hair policy? All right, Albert Einstein, one of the most brilliant minds ever, who gave us the theory of relativity. Would they have kicked him out of school because his hair violated some type of hair policy? And if you don't think these rules are rooted in any type of discrimination, then simply Google the case of Beverly Jenkins, okay? She was an employee for Blue Cross, all right? Worked for Blue Cross for 3 years, and then she started wearing her hair naturally in an afro. When it came time for her to get a promotion, Beverly Jenkins was denied and told she could never represent Blue Cross with an afro. Beverly Jenkins sued for discrimination using the Civil Rights Act of 1964. And Beverly Jenkins won. Drop on the clues bombs for Beverly Jenkins. Okay. Gandhi once said, our ability to reach unity and diversity will be the beauty and the test of our civilization. Well, I don't know when Gandhi said that, but I know he's been dead for about 75 years, so clearly he said that a long, long, long time ago, and we still are a long way from having any unity and diversity. So whatever test Gandhi was talking about, we have failed that with flying colors, okay? Please let Remy Ma give East Bernard High School the biggest hee-haw.
Hee-haw, you stupid motherfucker, are you dumb?
It's like, come on, man. Let the man walk at his graduation, okay? Let him run track. For his hair? Come on.
Donkey of the Day is brought to you by the law office of Michael S. Lamonsoff. Don't be a donkey. Dial pound 250 on your cell and say the bull if you've been hurt in a construction accident. That's pound 250 from your cell and say the bull.